Orly's a big surprise, too. She's always coming up with something great. She has an elegant way to display all those movie snacks. This can last all day long. You just keep rotating it.
That's right.
I sure do.
I know. It's like a lazy Susan chandelier.
May I present
So cool.
Exhibit A. Look at this, mama. This thing is so cool. Yeah, this is a old chandelier, one that no longer works, but we don't need it to work.
Yes, it works.
Yeah, it works for a whole
Yeah.
other purpose. And it really does create this beautiful sort of royal epic centerpiece. You could use it in the center of a table or a buffet. Such a cool way to serve appetizers, dishes, desserts.
I've never seen anything like this.
It's really fun.
Very,
You could change it throughout the day. Breakfast foods, then you
Exactly.
could
Oh
get
my
brunch,
Or what if it
lunch.
was like, what if it was a wedding and the waiters
Yeah.
walked around holding this?
Oh my
with
gosh.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
fun.
Well, maybe if they're stronger than me, they can do that. And they were walking around, you know what, the desserts or something? Can you
I like
imagine?
it. I like it a
Wow.
lot.
That's a bright idea. How do you start, Orly?
Right.
You.
Get it?
Right.
It took me a minute.
No
I'm
lights
with
in
you.
the
I'm with you.
chandelier.
Well, I got started on the basic deconstruction of it earlier, so let's take a look. So there's the chandelier that I had. So the first thing I wanted to do was just remove any of the electrical because clearly we no longer need that. So you're just going to take a pair of wire cutters and cut that and then put the top right back on it. And now I'm taking out all of the light bulbs again because we don't need this. And each chandelier is a little different. So that was enough for me. At that point, I was able to stop. Now, the plate that I wanted to do with it had a blue and more of a true white. So I wanted to get rid of the beigey bone color and do like a more of a bright white rub on it. And then I wanted again to highlight a similar blue. So I mixed two blue shades, something that was going to give me a similar tone to my plate. And you're going to wipe off almost all of the paint, like
Really?
way more paint than you think. Basically make the brush dry, and you're going to tap the edge all along the high points of the chandelier. It has all these really cool intricate details. So when I was patting it, it was naturally hitting the high points and not hitting any of the low points, which gave this really cool detail and I thought would work really, really well with my plate. And so you're just going to work your way around, kind of tapping on any of those little areas. If you mess up, you can go back in with a small brush and paint it white. But you can see I completed the process and did the entire thing, working on all the edges.
Beautiful.
And the reason that I wanted to do it is if we can look right here, the plate has these really cool raised details there. So does the chandelier.
Yeah.
So I did kind of the inverse of that. So it really does tie together and it'll make it look like this was a piece that was originally
Meant to
designed
be.
this way.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Very French.
You don't want it to look like mishmash. You want it to look like it really works.
How does it look?
It looks French.
French.
Franche.
There it
Franche.
is. There it is.
That's it. There's a Franche. But when I say that, I mean fancy.
Exactly.
Because French are always very fancy.
Exactly.
Is there a specific type of chandelier we have to use?
Very, very good question. The simple answer is no. Whatever chandelier you have at home, the one that has stopped working or the one that's extra cheap at the thrift store because it doesn't work, those are great. You just want to make sure that it's going to be able to stand flat. So for example, this one over here, this is exactly how this chandelier was. It had this flat bottom because there was another light bulb on the bottom that shined out. So I took the light bulb out and it's perfectly flat. This one, for example, had a knob on the bottom. Let me turn this so you can see. You can see there's a little screw. There was a knob here, and that would have prevented it from being able to sit flat. Once I removed the knob, it was able to stand on all of the arms.
Oh, nice.
So just make sure when you're looking for that chandelier that there's a way to make it sit flat and sturdy.
Sure.
Other than that, no, have at it.
Finish this bad boy up first.
Well, I want to talk a little bit about the plates. So when you're designing it, you want to make sure that you kind of start with one thing. So I went to the thrift store for this entire thing. So I was able to find a chandelier. This one over here was originally brass, but it was a faded brass and it wasn't sparkly and pretty enough. So I decided to spray paint it blue because when I found these plates, I thought that it would look really nice to pick up the deep dark shade and make this a little bit more almost like royal and country and have a little bit of those vibes with the flowers. This one, once I found the plates, I painted this to match. So just as far as details are concerned, when you're looking for your chandelier and your plates, kind of start with one and let the other one guide you.
Okay.
Now we're going to attach our
It's like
plates.
putting an outfit together.
It is.
You make sure it has to all go together.
Sometimes you start with one piece and you build around it.
Sometimes you start with a shoe and you go with the rest.
I know where you're going, but back there real quick, and you stand corrected, it's royal blue, just so you know. Because of the royal.
Because of the royal.
Yeah. So you're matching the plates that the food is served on or the plates on the table?
No. The rest of the table setting is just however you want to do your decor.
But it still picks it all up, which is nice. It still goes together.
And depending on the chandelier, so I want to show you guys real quick. I'm going to slide these beautiful macaroons off to show you.
Those.
See this base of the chandelier? There was the big socket for the light here. So instead of using that socket because it didn't feel quite as sturdy, I used the base, and what I did was just take foam core and cut it to size.
Oh, and then
so it kind of
slips
into place. You could glue it then if you wanted. Otherwise, this makes it temporary. Now for this one, I want it to be raised up. So I'm going to flip over my plate.
So are we going to glue this one?
We are. Now you want to use E6000 for this.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right now I'm using hot glue, but do not use hot glue for this. Use E6000.
Okay.
But E6000 requires about 24 hours to really, really cure.
So that's why we're using
So
the
that's
hot
why
glue.
for right now. So we're going to settle it in. And I'm going to let this one dry. Now, these have all been E6000, and take a look. They're nice and strong.
Yeah.
So now we slide this directly over the socket. And this guy is going to sit nice and tall.
What is this?
This is what was on here.
It was
light bulb.
already on
Yes.
that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the
got
light
it.
bulb stuck out. So depending on the style of the chandelier, perfect. Depending on the style of the chandelier.
Is that one going to be okay?
Yeah, let's see if it's ready to go.
Okay, it's all right.
It'll be enough.
And the size of the plate, that's what's really important, because in this particular one, if I had done it low, it would have hit this right here, the arm. Let me come over here.
Oh, with the plate. Yes.
Yeah, the arm would have hit it, so I would have needed tiny little plates. So just work with your chandelier, pick the plates, the razors, attach it in any way, and now these can come off for storage.
So you can wash
Clean them, you can put the chandelier away,
Yeah.
you can put the plates away, and then just decorate it with all these delicious, perfect, pretty desserts.
This is by far, again, I know I say it once a week, my favorite thing you've ever done.
I love that you say it, though.
I'm not sure.
I love that you say it.
It
makes me feel so good.
I don't know if the one on top goes well with that.
You want to
try
eat
it?
it, is what you're
Well,
saying?
I'm just saying we should probably take. It looks a little heavy, a little top heavy.
Is this
I mean,
one-
I know, I
which
don't
one
know
are you
which
talking about?
Maybe we
one.
This
should.
one, Mark?
No, I
Or
was
this
thinking.
one?
No, I was thinking more this here. This one is fine.
Oh,
I
just
see.
the single
just,
macaron.
Yeah, it was just a little bit
Wow,
too
look at
heavy, I
that.
think, for us. On
I'm
that.
not even sure
By the
what
way,
this is, but-
tune in to the Royal Movie Marathon. It is this Saturday. It is right here. It is on Hallmark Channel.